Bad morning, everybody. Matt Moda here to give you my favorite NBA player prop picks for today. We're talking Wednesday, November 26th. I'm going to have three for you guys to lock in. I'm switching up my morning routine. These are no longer good mornings, they're bad mornings. We're going to talk about all of that, but it's a pretty big NBA slate for today. I'm not going to play it that heavily for obvious reasons. Three plays that I mentioned, two of which are pretty decent plus money bangers. One of them is very close to even money. We're going to get into all that, but the reason why it's a bad morning is this red you see on the screen here. It's really been a terrible run. Since Saturday, I've lost 10 straight of these NBA plays. 10 straight. Now, not every single one of those plays was bad. Not every single one of those plays was good in terms of like the read and like the game script and how everything went. All 10 of them did not go well. The Jalen Johnson one really hurts. We got a ridiculous price on him. He closed. So we got him at even money, plus 100. He closed at 10.5. We got him at 9.5. He didn't even come close. The Hawks decided they couldn't get a stop. I'll be honest, I don't know what went wrong in the Clippers-Lakers game. I know that I didn't stay up for it because the game started at 11. I know that Zubac only had 10 rebounds, and I know that Harden scored like 28 or 29 points. So none of them even really came close. It just continues just an absolutely dreadful, brutal, bad, no good, very bad, whatever you want to call it, stretch that we are on in the NBA. And like I said, not all 10 of those reads were terrible. One of them, 1 in 9, one of them should have gone my way, but they didn't. So we were down 3 units yesterday. We're almost at being down 20 units on the year. Down 18 units is really crazy when you put the words out there. That's why I said bad morning. As soon as we start going on a run, then I'll start saying good morning. But right now, these are bad mornings. I'm not going to have any NBA tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. Won't have anything Friday because it's Black Friday. And then we'll see over the course of the weekend. So it'd feel really good if we could just have some positive momentum. Maybe sweep the board today, which we've swept the board once. We've been reversed swept 6 times, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how this season has gone. So I'm making light of it, but it's obviously been very frustrating. I'm laughing through it, so you don't really feel the pain. But yeah, hopefully it gets better. In terms of the plays for today, giving you guys some options to fade if that's what you want. The first play, we don't have anything in Pistons Celtics. I do have something here in the Knicks versus Hornets. And I went Brandon Miller, and I took him to score 20 plus points. I really liked the price on him to score 20 plus points. You could go safer over 17.5 at minus 114 is the best offered price on that. But him to score 20 points was plus 138. And now he's obviously only played 3 games. One game he got hurt. He only played 9 minutes. So you take that game out. And, and he's gone over in both games he's played this year, 25 points and 21. Now, he came back and was on a little bit of a minutes restriction, only played 26 minutes. But what I like the fact is that he put up 18 shots in those 26 minutes. And I like the fact that he did still at least play, in the high 20s. So we could probably expect 28, maybe up to 30 minutes today. He's not going to play 35, but he'll play more than 26. And I love the fact that he went over this number while going 8 of 18 from the field. And really, he couldn't make anything. It was 2 of 10 from deep. He just couldn't get going from deep. And that actually continues what's been a tough run for him this year. Again, 2 games, but 2 of 9, 2 of 10 from the field, but still scoring points because he's getting to the line and he's making a lot of his 2-pointers. So he's basically like a threes and layups guy. So when he gets to the paint, he's relatively easy for him to score. And then he's right now not making a high volume of 3-pointers, but that does leave room for opportunity. And he's still going over. I love the matchup against the Knicks, who, especially with OG and Anunoby out, their defense is just not quite as good. And they've allowed, you look at them, 10 of 15 players of his position, which is just the like kind of guard forward hybrid position, have hit their over against the Knicks by an average of like almost 4 points above what their over under is priced at. They allow literally the most points per game to his position according to Props Madness, literally 30 out of 30. They allow the 6th most points per game via the above the break 3-pointer. And what I like here is spot up. Now, technically, Brandon Miller scores more of his points as the pick and roll ball handler. That's not really his game. That's kind of on LaMelo to play on ball, and he's more of an off ball guy. So my guess is that these spot up numbers you're going to see go up. And that's why I think it's such a good matchup for him against the Knicks. So 20 points for Brandon Miller, I think, is a good look. That is play number 1. Play number 2, we're heading over to the Pacers versus Raptors game. And I took Scottie Barnes on the rebound. So I took over 8.5, which was plus 130 at Hard Rock plus 120 at Fanatics, and plus 117 at DraftKings. I would take all three of those. Now, the thing with Barnes on the rebounds, so you see he's gone over 9 of 18 games on the entire season. It's 9 of his last 16 because he missed it in 2 straight to start the year. And then it's actually 8 of his last 13. So more and more, he's been rebounding well. And there's a couple of reasons why I like it tonight. Number one, no RJ Barrett. Now, Barrett's only missed 1 game this year, so we don't have a massive sample size. What we do know is that in that 1 game, he had 11 rebounds on 17 rebound chances. If we're asking him to get 9 boards, I'm perfectly content with him getting 17 rebound chances. That is a perfectly reasonable conversion rate, especially for somebody like Scottie, who doesn't defer a lot of rebounds. Like, you look at him on the year, he's averaging on the entire season 7.8 rebounds per game on 12.1 rebound chances. So he's converting 75% of his rebound chances. And then he had 17 in his first game without RJ Barrett. He also hit this in the 1 game against against the Pacers this year. He had 11 rebounds. Now, 11 rebounds on 14 rebound chances is a high conversion rate. I would still take 14 rebound chances for him to get 9 boards. Like, that seems like a little bit more reasonable. And the matchup is very good against the Pacers. They play relatively small, so they don't have like a traditional center that is going to gobble up a lot of the rebounds. They allow the 4th most rebounds overall, the 2nd most defensive rebounds, and that's just because they play fast, a top 10 pace, but they don't shoot that well. So that leads to a lot of rebound opportunities. And Scottie Barnes is strictly a forward. What I want to show you here is going over to NBA.com. We're looking at like teams and their opponent and their opponent stats, and we're looking specifically at the forward position. And what I want to show you here is the Indiana Pacers literally allow the most rebounds to forwards in the entire NBA. And that's while some teams are playing more forwards against them, like the Spurs, about the 2nd most. That's 4 more minutes per game that forwards are on the field or on the court. So they still play a lot of forwards, the Pacers do, but allowing the most in Scottie Barnes without RJ Barrett, I think is just going to have a lot of rebound opportunities. And I think it's a good look for him. So it's over 8.5, not the 7.5. I was debating a 10. What I should say is, I think a 10 plus sprinkle and a double is a good look for him. Done that 8 of 16 games and 7 of 13. So, and we're getting it all the way at plus 190 at Hard Rock. So I do think that is a worthy sprinkle. If he's going to get a double, the most likely scenario is that he gets it on the boards, but he could, in the off chance, get it on the assist. Now, he hasn't done that yet this year, but he's gotten 10 assists before. He's gotten 9 a couple times. I guess that was only the first game of the year. So it would really be the boards, but at least you leave some room for something crazy happening with the assists. But that is our 2nd play. And then the 3rd play that we have here is De'Aaron Fox on the points. I took 25 plus points, minus 102 at FanDuel. If this is now bumped since you locked it in, I'm basically good at any of these minus 106 and above is what I would take for De'Aaron Fox. Now, I talk about how I normally don't like doing something like this, but none of my strategies have worked this year, so I'm not going to be as rigid. But he missed it in his first 4, and then he's cashed it in his last 4. But what happened here is a bunch of guys started going down. So Wemby got hurt. He's gone over in 4 of 4 games without Wemby. Not only that, Stephon Castle got hurt. He's gone over in 3 of 3 games without Stephon Castle. Now, Dylan Harper has been upgraded to questionable. I don't think he's going to play. It's a calf injury, and we've seen what happens when players try to play through calf injuries. I also don't think he's going to take a ton of scoring away from Fox. If anything, it actually might help Fox score because Harper is a better distributor than he is passer. So maybe he's kind of like not as good as Stephon Castle, but Castle light and setting up Fox. But I love the fact that like since Wemby got hurt, it's over in 4 of 4 games. And even the 1 game here he missed, 24 points, was still pretty close. And he took 22 shots. He just couldn't make anything from 2. And then, the 3 games that he has gone over, 26, 26, 26 points. So it's not like he's smoking the over. But the matchup is absolutely fantastic. You hover over the matchup here per Props Madness. And just look at these play types. You see a lot of green, which is what you want. Transition. Scores the majority of his points in transition. I guess technically tied for the pick and roll ball handler. Either way, 3rd worst transition defense, 6th worst pick and roll ball handling defense. Now, spot up is his play type number 3. He's not spotting up with guys like Wemby and Stephon Castle out. He has to be on ball more. So these spot up numbers are going to go down. Free throws, he loves to get fouled. the Blazers foul at a high rate. Isolation, he can also score via ISO. Granted, 10% of his points, but still, bottom 10 ISO defense. I mean, the top 4 play types, in my opinion, in which he's going to score, the Blazers are bad at, which I just think is a phenomenal matchup here. You hover over the matchup and you see they've allowed the 4th most points per game to guards. It matches up perfectly for De'Aaron Fox, so I really like for him to get to 25 plus points. That rounds out our 3 plays for today. You know, if we sweep the board 9 straight days, not quite 9, 5 straight days, we'll be close to getting in the green. Let's hope we get number 1 today with these 3. There were other plays that other looks that I liked, but I'm not playing it heavily when I'm just continually getting smoked. I'll go through those quickly. Cade Cunningham has been rebounding like crazy. He's gone over 5.5 in 4 straight games. It's a decent matchup against the Celtics, who he historically rebounds well against. Now, he did miss it this year in his only game against the Celtics, and he only had 7 rebound chances, which is a little bit scary, but prior to that, he'd gone over in 4 of his last 5 games. Last year, he went over in 3 of 4. One game he missed low rebound chances, but 6, 9, and 8 in the other 3. I also, in the Bucks Heat game, I looked at Tyler Hero points. He's come back from injury, only played 1 game, but played 29 minutes, scored 24 points, took 18 shots. Somebody were asking to score 20 points. I think that's reasonable. It's a good matchup against the Bucks. On the Bucks side, Giannis is upgraded to questionable. I don't think he's going to play. I mean, it was supposed to be a 2-week injury, and it's been 1 week. I think it'd be dangerous. I mean, the Bucks have been cratering without him, but I would be surprised if he played. But Khalil Ware on the rebounds is another guy that's just been annihilating his number. Over under 11.5. He's gone over at 9 of his last 11 games. He's averaging 13 rebounds per game. Now, he has had a pretty soft matchup for rebounds. Like, you look at this, the Mavs, 7th most rebounds allowed to centers. The Sixers, still bottom half. The Bulls, 3rd most. The Warriors, bottom 10. The Knicks were a good matchup. He went over in one, under in the other. The Cavs, top 10 matchup. The Blazers were a good matchup, who he went over. Bad matchup against the Hornets, and he did not go over. Average matchup against the Nuggets, where he did. So, I mean, he's been fantastic. He has been taking advantage of a soft schedule. But if you want him to get 12 boards, even money is not terrible. And then in the Wolves Thunder game, I looked at Anthony Edwards on the rebounds. Decided to stay away because his rebound chances are way down. Now, we take out the 1 game in which he got hurt. This game here against the Pacers, because he played 5 minutes. Even with that, he's averaging about 7.7 rebound chances per game. His over-under is 4.5. Last year, he was averaging 9.5 rebound chances per game. And even if you just look at the regular season, and you go back to the rebound chances, he was averaging 9.5. So he's down like 2 full rebound chances per game. So yeah, he did a really good job collecting boards against the Thunder last year, even in the regular season, over in 4 of 4 games. But he's just not getting as many rebound chances. So it's a little bit scary with Ant, so I decided to hold off. Just rocking with these 3. I would do anything to have a good day, just to feel something. So let's hope it happens. I appreciate everybody for watching. For those of you that are still watching, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a good one.